Hello everybody, I am Baltmatrix, and today we are taking a look at the Walmart exclusive Ultimate Energon Optimus Prime. I picked this figure up over at Walmart.com. This figure is one of those weird figures where I'm kind of on the fence on recommending. It's not awful, but it's not good either. But there are some positives for it. To start off, it is absolutely enormous when you compare it to its Prime Changer and Studio Series Optimus Primes. They don't even come up to his crotch. And some folks were asking on Twitter when I posted this, is this the Takara one? No, it is not. It is US version. The paint on the figure is minimal. We've got the blue in the legs and then the powder blue on the shins, and then red up top for the arms and forearms and dark blue for the head. Yeah, and the little crotch flaps also have color. But when you turn the figure around, it is a barren gray wasteland. The figure does have some translucent blue parts. The wheels on the bottom of the legs, the forearms, the back of the head, the chest, and then the wheels on the sides of the shoulders. One thing that is nice is it has some crazy nice light piping. I mean, look at that. That head is just hollow in the back, or I should say translucent in the back. Gives it really nice light piping. And then the arms also become light piping. The figure comes with two accessories, the first of which is this big old Energon axe, and I'm not sure what to do with this, because yes, it fits in his hand, no problem, but then it bends for some reason. There's a freaking hinge here. Why? I think that's just for the connection, but is this supposed to be a gun of some sort? That doesn't make any sense. And these pegs on the side, that's for where it goes in vehicle mode. We'll get into that in a minute. So I was wondering, though, could you put it on the smokestacks? Because it looks like he's supposed to have smokestacks that have been snapped off, but he does not. The axe can easily be stored on his back. There are two holes back here, which makes me wonder, was he going to have another accessory? Because there's another hole back here. And then he also comes with a Matrix of Leadership that is in here really, really tightly once you do get it in, and it works pretty well. It's a little bit different than the matrices we've got, matrices that we've gotten in the past couple of years. It's a smidge bigger. A quick size comparison of this Prime's Matrix on the left, Studio Series TF1 Prime's Matrix in the middle, and then Commander Class Rodimus Prime's Matrix on the right. As you can see, they are all completely different, and I'm just going to give up trying to get the other two to sit up correctly. They just don't want to sit up on this. Now, in terms of posability, the figure's actually pretty posable. Head is on a ball joint and can look all the way around, though the transformation joint is very loose on my copy. Hinge in the shoulders, and then the shoulders are on swivels that could go all the way around. Then there is a swivel joint at the elbow, and just above the elbow is a hinge joint for moving. The fists do not articulate, which I think is a missed opportunity. Hold on, let me see here. They look like... No, they can't. No, there's a seam line going right through it, which is a shame. No torso articulation, but the legs can kick forward at over 90 degrees. They can't kick back that far due to this piece on the butt, but the figure can kick out all the way for a big old beautiful spread. Then there is a thigh swivel, which the first time I moved the thighs on both legs, they popped off, but I popped them right back on, and they've never popped off again. And then there is a knee joint, and then there is some limited foot articulation. So you can pull off some decent poses. Optimus's transformation into vehicle mode is a little weird. It's similar to the other figures, but it's a little weird. Start off with, push the head, flip it all the way back like that. Pop open the chest, and then push the shoulders back, and then close the chest back up. Come down to the hips, and push the entire torso back a little bit, so you unpeg it, and then spin it around 180 degrees, and then come and peg it back into place. Come down to the legs, and there are these little peg holes on the inside of the legs. That is where the axe goes. You just peg that into place. Whoop, peg that into place on both sides, and then take the legs and swing them back. Oop, not supposed to swing them back yet, swing them up, and then there's this little flange right here that the thighs go over. And then we could peg the legs together like that. Bring the shoulders all the way down, and there are these little pegs on the bottom of these pieces in the front, and then turn the arms in like this, and then the shoulder will peg in up there, and the arms will peg in back here on these little pegs, like that. So bring it down, peg that into place, turn the arm in, peg it there, and peg that there. And we are done. I get what they were going for, but this just sucks. I understand what they were trying to do, but this alt mode looks terrible. It has all the sins of the Studio Series figure, with the feet sticking out and the hands pegging into the sides. It rolls fine, but man, this alt mode is just not it. As you can see, this figure dwarfs the other two primes in vehicle mode, and he can carry himself carrying himself. Yes, it does the thing. Alt mode is this figure's weakness. For me, it just is. The figure in alt mode is a bit of a disaster, which is a shame, because as a simplified, ginormous Optimus Prime, it's pretty okay. I'm perfectly okay with it being a ginormous toy. Yes, it was a little bit on the expensive size for what you get, but simple transformation, fun posability, and it's definitely unique. And it comes with a Matrix. It's not bad. Seriously, it's not that bad. Yeah, it's got flaws. Yeah, it's a bit lacking for what you're paying, but it's a gigantic Optimus Prime that's fun to play with, decently posable, has a decent accessory, and is overall pretty darn good. I can't ask for much more for a toy that's aimed at little kids. This one's worth picking up, especially if you're a customizer. I can easily see this guy just painted up much better than what we've got here, and then a bunch of this stuff filled in, and some joint work done, and maybe some LEDs in the chest. There's a lot of possibilities here, and there's the space for it. I mean, look at all these open panels and open gaps. There's room to fit some stuff in here. So yeah, it's worth picking up. Maybe not at the current asking price. Wait for it to go on sale in a couple of months. Then I think it'll drop down to like 10, maybe 15 bucks. Totally worth picking up at that price. So folks, let me know what you think of Ultimate Energon Optimus Prime. As always, I have been Baltmatrix, and I will catch you all next time.